Are you fucking kidding me right now? My audio drivers crashed halfway through. Not even that. So I had to fucking reboot them again. I'm gonna grab my axe in a minute and I'll put it straight from the motherfucking motherboard. Because right now I'm at the point now where technology can go fuck itself. And I mean that technology can absolutely go fuck it. Can go fuck itself. I want to do that on stream right now, actually. Grab my axe and put it straight through a motherboard. I really want to do that because I fucking have had enough. My computer's caused me nothing but problems. And what I said, for some reason, my audio drivers are just being fucking cunt. There you go, Twitch. Try and get my channel deleted. Fuck you. Because I'm actually fucked off right now. Because I don't know what I could say now. Because I've actually had enough. I've had enough completely. My audio drivers just cut themselves out. First, it's my Oculus shit VR thing that's fucking up, which I brought the Quest, blue screened on the Quest, fucked up battery, sold it to my friend for 100 quid, thinking it's probably worth fuck all, and then it works perfectly fine for him. It charges fine for him, but it wouldn't charge for me. So I got and spent more money on the fucking Oculus Rift S, and the Oculus system just fucks up all the time. And basically, what I was saying is about the YouTube's algorithm. I looked into the algorithm. If you have more than 2,500 subscribers and make more than 1,500 views per video within 24 hours, YouTube's algorithm will push your videos out into people's inboxes and people's suggestions. So when YouTube says we are with our creators, that's fucking bollocks, mate. That's absolute bullshit. How is people that spend money that actually create good content, but the algorithm's like, no, go fuck yourself. You don't make enough views. You don't have enough subscribers. Go fuck yourself. You know? And as I was saying it's like, my mental state has gone way downhill. Because I can't do this. I can't. Me mentally, I cannot cope with this. I really can't, because the thing is, my mental age, although I'm 23 years of age, my mental age is way behind. I am basically a 14 to a 16-year-old in a 23-year-old body, and me living on my own, paying my bills and everything, I cannot cope. When I moved into this place on my own, to begin with, I was perfectly fine. I had no router, no internet router, no nothing. And then, obviously, as soon as I got the internet, I went massively downhill, because I would wake up, go straight on the computer, and ignore my whole flat, just ignore everything. And I haven't got my priorities right, and I just can't cope, because at a young age, when I was growing up, we didn't have anything like gaming consoles or PCs for that matter, and I haven't learnt to deal with online bullshit, basically. And I'm at the age now where I'm learning it now, basically, because my mum doesn't understand is that when I'm playing a game like on my Xbox, which was my own personal console I ever actually owned, um, basically, my mum can understand that an online game you can't pause unless you have a lag switch, but that's just a pain in the ass. And basically, playing, this is gonna sound terrible, but me playing Fortnite, my mum understands when I get really angry, instead of me actually damaging the property and actually smashing up my bedroom when I was living at hers, or hurting myself by headbutting the walls and that, I was shouting, screaming at the top of my voice, as a kid. But yet she had to go at me for that. And it's like, how am I meant to release my built up anger and everything in a way that's not harming anyone? Yeah, it's loud, I know. And most people say, why didn't you close your bedroom door? Well, basically, I was at the age where I couldn't control my anger, and I have really unknown body strength. And one day I slammed my bedroom door, and it fucking came straight off the hinges, and the door frame got ripped off as well. So I slammed the door on itself, snapped the hinges off, and the actual door frame that stops the door going any further that way, back on itself. So literally for years I never had a bedroom door, and you know, there's a lot of things that I cannot comprehend in my mind, get my priorities right, because I would wake up basically I would wake up and then I go straight on my computer. I don't bother getting breakfast first. I don't bother taking my medication, which I think is actually making me worse. Um, I know some people say, oh, if you take medication, it can make you worse, but try some organic stuff, you know. And I have done that for a while. Me taking like organic medicine, like, you know, just mint and that sort of stuff, you know, it did help. But in the end, it got really expensive. And basically, right now, today, I woke up, turned on my Xbox when my video editor, Robbie, was here to help me sort out the PC. We both woke up and just started watching in YouTube. Didn't have breakfast or anything. You know, we went straight to technology. And to this day, it kind of winds me up because I was walking down the street a couple of weeks ago. There was a kid on a bus. Well, got on the bus now. There was a kid on a bus crying their eyes out because the dummy fell on the floor. Instead of the parent picking up the dummy to clean it to give it back to the child, she just fucking gave the child a fucking iPad. And it's like, kids nowadays are too spoiled. Like, in my day, we were lucky if we had a TV. But now kids are being born and they have iPhones, Nintendo Switches and Xboxes and computers, and it's like, what fucks me off is when some of my mates go to me saying, oh, my PC's this, it has all of this, it has all of that, it has all of this. It's like, I don't care, you know? Yes, you got loads of money, you can buy a fucking PC rig better than a fucking NASA supercomputer bullshit. I don't care. So there's me in the back of my mind saying, I don't care, but in the back of my mind saying, okay, I need to get a better computer, I need to get a better computer. So I've gone and brought myself a new computer stuff, I brought myself a Blue Yeti microphone that I'm no longer using. And me financially is struggling because, you know, like I said, my content on my channel and Twitch would never be advertised. I'm not going to have, you know, advertisements, or not even sponsorships like Dollar Shave Club or fucking, what is that sword game crap, whatever it is. And the only way I will make money if people would like to donate to me, because then I don't want to force a sponsorship in the video, or let alone an ad at the beginning of a fucking video or during the video, if in the video they didn't get the answer they're looking for, but yet they still gave me money, or, you know, they didn't enjoy it to begin with. It's not fair. In other words, it's like you must have just walked into the person's house, it's like, oh, I'm having that, see you later. That's pretty much how I see adverts. Yeah, YouTube, you need to make your own money. Yeah, I know YouTube, you're not making Google any money. But you got to think about it. Just stop, you know? Because YouTubers wouldn't be where they are now. Because, for example, I have nothing against PewDiePie. And yes, the whole fiasco of the Fiverr bullshit, which the media took way out of context and edited to their own personal taste, which the media always does. If PewDiePie didn't make that same amount of money he did on adverts, on his videos and sponsorships, but only made money through Streamlabs donations, like with donations on streams or videos, he wouldn't be where he is now. Basically, you're forcing money grabbing software on someone to watch, so they can watch something to get a quick answer of what they want, or you just blah 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 blah. Oh, because basically we were trying to put a new this is going off subject very quickly, but basically there is a 2-minute video we needed to find out on what way the watch battery goes in on the motherboard, because we had to replace it here. It was the motherboard that was broken or whatever. Turns out it did. He had no bloody whatever it's called, capacitor. But basically this video, the thumbnail showed the right battery and where it's supposed to go. Click on it, add. Okay, just blah 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 blah. The battery's this. It was invented. Blah 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 blah. Okay. Oh, another ad. Okay. Blah 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 blah. Oh, another ad. Blah 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 blah. It goes in this way, not flat, sideways. It's like, so we're giving you 3 lots of fucking money for you to use a wrong thumbnail and give us the wrong battery import. Where if someone comes to me and goes, so if you go to I don't know, a TV shop or a technology shop saying, oh, how do I connect this weird micro USB into this Android phone to charge it? Well, if I tell you that it was invented, blah, 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 just give me your money. And then the plug was invented, but give me your money. It gets fucking annoying. If you're not doing it in the real world, like if you're walking down the street and some person pulls up to you and says, oh, do you know where, I don't know, pharmacy, or do you know where the church of blah 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 is? You'd be like, oh well, give me a tenner, I'll tell you. You can't do that in real life, so why is YouTube doing it? But me mentally, part of me saying I want to make money on YouTube, but I don't want to make it that way. I will make it by merch and donations, because then, you know, you guys, you enjoy the content and you enjoy my content. You choose how much you want to give me. 1 penny, 1 cent, 50 cents, 50p. It don't bother me. I just want to make the money the honest way. And yeah, people say, why didn't you get an actual job then? It's like, me mentally, I can't work. Because the shit I've been through from the age of 15, with the job I did back then, which I've not long left, and I cannot legally talk about it. And I probably just said that now, it's going to probably cause a lot of other problems for people when I ask questions, but I'm never going to talk about it. It's messed me up in the head a lot. And the reason I play video games, if not, the main reason I got this computer, which can just about do VR, like VR chat, is because I can go and turn into any avatar I want and talk to people through different avatars where I can escape the real world. Because even just looking out my window there and just seeing the field, it reminds me of a few fields that I saw on the job I did. And I don't want to see this world I'm in. If it was possible, which I wish it was, where I could just upload my mind and just put it into a game and be an AI. What I'm going to say is I've done that before and it did work. I did upload my mind into an avatar on VR chat as an AI, but then VR chat found out and banned that account, so that went along with my AI. And I did a little test in that, and the friends I am on with VR chat didn't know the difference. It was me or it was the bot. So it's possible, because when people say you're dumb, you don't even know what 1 million divided by root squared 11 plus 7. But I can speak to my friends in JavaScript and in binary fluently. How many people can say they can speak in JavaScript and binary fluently? Not many people can. So does that mean you can call them dumb? Can I call you guys dumb because you can't speak to me in Java or binary? And if you type anything like ones and zeros in the chat, I'm not even going to bother reading them or anything. I don't want to be an independent programmer, because the things I've programmed before are not to be messed with or played around with. And that also brings me to another thing. When GTA first came out, GTA 5, all I'm going to say is, it was meant to be a mod for GTA 5 when it first came out, and it was going to be a first-person mod. Obviously, GTA later on had a first-person thing, but on this hard drive, it's a self-aware Trojan that I made by accident, and it's the only one that exists. It is pretty much like Jarvis without the voice, and this is the old version when it was first created. Then I put it into my main system, where it done it by itself, transferred itself over, and then I had a power surge on my USB hub, and it killed it. And to me, knowing that I've had that for years and looking after it, and it was even looking after the VR chat servers, and I was telling people on VR chat that I was helping them against DDoS attacks and all that sort of stuff, where my Trojan would actually reverse the DDoS attack onto the people that DDoSing and actually brick their systems like beyond repair. Like hard drive, be a shrapnel grenade, and Twitch. This is not actually breaking your terms and conditions, because I could be making this up as a story time, you know, Twitch. So I haven't broken any terms and conditions. I've even read them before I done the stream. So basically, a few people on Twitch said, "Oh, thanks," you know, because people noticed VR chat was getting DDoS a lot less. But then apparently, I work for VR chat when I don't. VR chat didn't know I was doing this. I don't work for VR chat. I never did. I done it out my own, off my own back, and done it in my own time. But people were giving me so much grief. It's like, oh well, this year just stole my avatar, mate. It's a public avatar. Oh, can you like break their piece? It's like no. Then I realised VR chat's never gonna change. I remember when VR chat back in the day was so good. Everyone was happy and nice. But when they added this stupid leveling ranking system bullshit, people became very, very arsehole and toxic bastards. And the one place I could call my second world, my second home, died. And there was a point where I was going to do one last thing on VR chat before I was going to leave completely. And then I met someone called Dover Chief. And thanks to him and the people I met through him, I'm not going to leave VR chat. because knowing now I have a small group of friends on there that I actually see on a daily basis, basically, you know, it's one of those things. But basically, as I was saying, and this is another problem. I could start talking about something, and then I can just wander off into another conversation about something and forget what I was actually trying to get to the point of. This is what I don't think I'll be good for Twitch or YouTube career, because I can't focus on a certain subject. And it's I don't really know what else I could say, because I feel like I just want to pack my shit and just leave. Go and live in Scotland for a few years, because just to be able to find myself and try and find forgiveness within the world for what I had to do, because I can never forgive myself for what I had to do, you know. But then again, I don't want to leave people behind completely. Although it'd be good for me to have a break from technology and all of that, But the thing is, I'm trying to say is, don't do what I've done. Don't let your friends brag to you saying, this, my PC does this, I can do this resolution, I can do that resolution. And I'm not just picking on one of my friends. I've even had it when I was a kid, where my brother would say, well, I got a PS3 that's jailbroken, look, it can do this. It's like, I don't give a fuck. But then the back of my mind's like, I want to one up him and actually, outdo him by doing this and doing that. It's taken a toll on me, and like I said, I must have spent about £1,500 in the space of doing YouTube on 2 channels. On my old channel that just died because I just gave up. We got a bad name for no apparent reason, because apparently it's familiar to another YouTuber's name of that channel, and it's like, it's completely spelt differently, and it's completely different 100%. But then I started up the Chalk Eyes Fox channel, because not many people will know this, but actually you gotta know now, if you didn't know already, I am a furry, and I'm not ashamed to be a furry, and I'm fed up when people search furry on the internet. You go to Wikipedia, and lo and behold, you get the sexual side of that bullshit straight away. Because what people don't realise, it's actually 0.067% of the furry fandom as a sexual fetish side. But all the media covers is the sex, the animal shit, which is completely disgusting and wrong. But that's all the media would do. So people that know about the furry fandom is what they read on Reddit, or they read on the news, and other YouTubers that don't like them. And, not gonna lie, I was that sort of person at first. I hated the furry fandom, because I thought they do this, they do that, they do this. But until I actually started researching into it properly, as a laugh, going, all right, and there's also good about it, I actually found proper websites run by actual furries themselves and backed up by a lot of people that are not furries. So it's not just furries trying to make themselves seem better. But most of my family hasn't disowned me, but basically don't want me to talk about it completely. They don't want me to mention it or anything. And obviously, my mental state and how I cannot comprehend, how to live on my own shit and all of that, because my mental state and mental age and all of that. It's just another thing to add on to my problems on my plate, and I can't do this. So I just feel like I have to leave YouTube and Twitch, and I don't know how long for. It could only be for like a month, it could be a year, or it could be forever. And I'll probably come back under a different name or something, but I am starting to run out of different email accounts, different email names I could think of. It's just, I don't really know on what else I could say. If all I can say is, if you want to start doing Twitch, if you want to start doing YouTube or Mixer or anything like that, don't go around spending money like I did, because it's soon gonna bite you in the ass, and when it does, you end up like me, where every time you're in the Discord call, where every time you're with your friends that are over, you're happy, cheerful, and all that. You see me in my streams, so I'm all happy and cheerful and having a laugh and all that. But this is the real me. This is the actual voice I normally use when I'm on my own. And this is my energy levels when I'm on my own. This is the real me. And I'm worried. I was worried what people would think. People would think, oh, you're attention seeking. Oh, you're just putting on the voice. You're just acting. You're just doing bitch. If I was this good at acting, I'd be fucking going to bloody Hollywood. Like, cunt. Seriously. I was gonna say the other word then, but I knew you're gonna call Queenie first. So every time I want to say the word, I can keep on it to a button and say the agging word. To which that's not racist and it's legal to say. Fuck you. Um, but this is the real me. Me just doing that little jokey laugh a bit, I'll be more hyperactive and more like, ooh, different voices. But no. So now you guys now know that I'm a depressed part of garbage. I'm nothing. Because what I did in the past and everything, for what I had to do, is taking a toll on me, and I don't want to bring anyone else down with me because I don't want to. I don't want to bring anyone else down with me because it's just one of those things where, you can't bring anyone else down, otherwise, because it's not fair. Everyone else has got their own problems in their life. Everyone's got their own problems, and I got mine. In theory, I didn't have to do this Twitch stream. I can just pack my shit and fucking leave. I didn't have to actually leave, but didn't actually have to do this stream. I mean, but that's why there's no music or anything. And I've pretty much have had enough of putting on a fake face now, of trying to be happy and all that shit. And I know how bad that may seem to people. Yes, I've said to people in the past, oh, you make me happy and I'm glad I found you as a friend and so on and so on. And I actually meant that. At that time, I was happy. But then there's other times where I just want to grab my shit and just leave. Because right now, I can't deal with this. My mental state, financial state, I just can't physically do it. And yeah, I've spent loads of money on the driving simulator rig for the pedals, the gear shift, the multifunction buttons, the VR, and stuff like that. How else am I going to use it again? If I'm not going to make videos, yeah, I could do it in my own time and chill my own time, but I think it's time for me to have a break away from technology. Because I love technology, I love seeing new technology and trying it. But me personally, I wouldn't want to buy it and just keep it forever. I haven't been reading chat this whole time. See, I've zoned down. I didn't realise how long I was talking for. Yvonne, the only way you can help me is basically being there for me and being there for everyone else. Just be there for people. You are not. I can't even read right. You are not nothing. You are thoughts and want to go around. You don't need to act. You are. What I'm gonna do? I'm gonna post a link, if I can. That's if Streamlabs don't want to fucking be a cunt to me. Go join Yvonne's Discord thing server if you can. And yeah, it's basically a furry Discord server, but it's not mainly just for furries. It's people that have people that are struggling like me, and you can chill and chat with them and support one another. Basically, that's all it's for. Yeah, you may join it and you may be like one of the few that are not furries, but you see the true side of how people actually feel. Because I guarantee 9 out of 10 YouTubers that are still active to this day are feeling exactly the same way as I am, but yet they exactly know how to put on the face of happiness in their videos. And like me, I've had enough, and you're going to see this in the rest of the videos soon. In the future videos, whenever I want to bring them up, I'm going to be myself like this. Hopefully not as depressed as this, but I'm not going to be all my bouncy self, cheerful and that sort of stuff. It's just, alright, Streamlabs, that's my Discord server, wrong run, thanks, bastard. Yeah, that was weird. Streamlabs demodded itself for some reason, but yeah. You know, there's people around the world, you know, that are there for you. And as my great nan used to say, family isn't always by blood. Family can be distant. And what she means by that, alright, Shrew Labs, you need to calm the fuck down. Basically, like my great nan said, family is not always by blood, it's family by distance. And that means there's people in your family that are blood related to you, but it doesn't mean they are actually family, because I got a few family members that I've never seen or never even bothered to contact. You know, they know about me and I know about them. I try to contact them, they never reply back, and oh my god, Shreenabs, calm the fuck down. You know? And when my great nan means like family by distance, it means that it doesn't, people can be classed as family no matter how far away from you they are. And there's a lot of people I can class right now as family, but yet none of them live in the UK, and yet I can class them as family because they've been there for me and I've been there for them. There was a few weddings I crashed on VR chat. Let's not go into that. So, you know, you don't actually have to have a family member done by blood. It can be distance, and I'm glad my great nan told me that. There's a lot of things my great nan said way before she passed away, and she's the one who taught me how to cook. And I remember all of her recipes off by heart. Every time I open a jar of jelly or jello, or us British people call it jam, which is like put in a sandwich, like strawberry jam, you know. Um, Always look at my broom that's up against the wall just to see it move and hit me in the back of the head, because I don't know if I said this before, but my great nan had her own shop down the countryside, and me, my mum, and my brothers and my sister and my aunt used to go down and see her with go see granddad as well, my great granddad Tom, and yeah, basically I go round the corner, get a glass of jam, put my hand in it as a kid, eat out of it, and she would hit me over there with a broom to tell me off, because there's always one creepy floorboard that kind of gives me away. Hey Roxy, everyone's there for one another, but the thing with me, I say that I'm there for everyone, so I push away my differences, my depression, my problems, and then I take on board their problems, like as if I absorb it out of them and put it in to me. And part of me is like, it's hard not to do that, very hard not to do that. But I don't understand why my brain does that. It's how my brain works. My brain is basically downloading every bit of information completely, every bit. I have a very good memory. I may not remember it straight away, but I could be doing something like, you know, I can remember, you know, something in this chat 10 years later, exactly where it is on the chat and when it was sent and the timestamp. Like 10 years later, I will remember it. But I just can't remember to get my head in the right frame of mind and the right format to make sure I eat properly and make sure I sleep properly, and not always get up, be on my computer and force myself to look happy and cheerful for when I stream or when I do videos. You know, in the past, I had a Minecraft 24/7 server. A few people joined it, playing on it quite often, and then they all left. And yeah, I thought I still pay for it, you know, in case they come back. They never did. So I had like lots of payment go out for no one buying the server. And when I reset the server, because I had to, which had a massive memory leak because it was from 1.4 into 1.15, and it even says on the Minecraft website, if you got servers, you have to wipe the map and redo it, you know, to stop it. People bitched at me about that, so I thought, you know what, whatever, don't care. You know, then I have a Realm server where it's been played on quite often by a few people, and then just got up and left, and yeah, I'm still paying for it. So people ask me on my Discord server and my Discord channel, well, same thing, Discord channel, my Discord server, my YouTube channel, and that's saying, oh, is this a server? It's like, I would like to at least have at least 20 people that will say to me saying, "Oh, can we have a server 24/7?" Then I will start paying for it. And the thing is, with my Minecraft servers, even my own custom mod pack, my own realm, and my own Minecraft Java and all of that, it's gonna cost you nothing to join. It costs you nothing. The only reason it's whitelisted is because when I first played on the Minecraft server way, way, way back, and I can exactly remember the layout of the tree that me and my brother were living under, and this building that I saw, that I remember it clear as day in my head, and I can rebuild it now. Basically, a kid came over to our little hobbit hole in the tree and all of that. We went offline, came back, and it's completely torn, completely rebuilt on, and we weren't even allowed to access our own stuff because they added the plugin to the server where if you didn't place it down, you have no access to it. So I don't want people to experience that sort of thing. The only reason it's whitelisted, so all you have to do is give me your Minecraft username. I will whitelist you on the server because then you can't go, people can't raid your stuff, they can't steal your stuff, they can't grief your stuff. But I'm fed up of starting up a server, stopping the server, starting it up, stopping the server, all because people want to join it and then never join it again. And I've pretty much given up doing Minecraft servers now. I'm actually thinking of stuff on my Realm server, and I had to redo my Discord server a few times, removing channels, adding channels, removing them, and adding the old ones back. It's taken a toll on me where I haven't really found what I want to stream yet. Like, the sort of genre thing. I don't want to do high-end games like Call of Duty and all the other crap. I don't want to do trends. I like doing Factorio. I like doing Banished and that sort of stuff. I love those sort of games where they don't take a lot of resources to run and they're more enjoyable, and I like taking them slow. Yeah, I can progress really, really fast in Factorio. I know I can. But I like the decorative side of it when I add the decorative mods. But people don't like it when I do mostly decorating. It's like, well, I enjoy doing decorative stuff. I make it look nice as well as still functional. Like with mod packs like Tech It Light, I mainly only have that mod pack to make overpowered charcoal farms where it will grow the tree itself, convert it into logs that generates IC2 power, which converts into RF power, which then turns half the logs into charcoal, which then converts into another generator to make RF, and and it makes over 2 million MJ per tick. You know, I love doing things like that where oh, just get a nuclear reactor, it produces 1.5 million MJ per tick. It's like, well, where's the fun in that? It's like, make it look more industrial, more, So I want to do a Tech Light server because yeah, it's a mod pack that can run on a laptop. It really can. Well, as long as you don't get that Windows update that mine did on my laptop saying, oh, you don't even have a graphics card. I'm more than happy to pay for a 24/7 Tech Light server, and it will never get reset because it doesn't get updated anymore. And the reason it pisses me off when people say, I like Tekken Light, but I want it on 1.15. It's like, then that's not Tekken Light then, is it? That's like updated shit where they add new mods. It's like, no. Just have Tekken Light on 1.4.7 and play it as it is. And to this day, people are asking for me to pay for this server, do this and do that and do this. Where it's all adding up and costing me money where, you know, I can't keep doing this, and I'm gonna need to find another job soon because I'm struggling for this. But yet, me mentally, I can't. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. It's just I don't know how long I'm gonna disappear for. It's just, what do you want, phone? Go suck an egg. It's I don't know what else I could say, and me growing up as a kid, me and my mum being told that I'm a typical boy growing up, and then at the age of 12, 13 years old, a doctor actually said, no, your son's not typical kid growing up. He actually has stuff wrong with him. And my mum just burst out crying because for years she was fighting. Literally for years she never gave up on me. And to this day it makes me feel bad because the only time I really talk to her is when she messages me. And I message her back, but then I'm like, oh, let's just quickly do short answers so I can just get back to whatever I'm doing. In other words, watching YouTube or being on my computer. when actually, I could actually go and visit my mum, but I haven't. For years, she's been fighting for me to help me get treatment and help me get diagnosed with what I have, and I throw it all in her face, and to this day, it pisses me off. That's why I don't like seeing kids or even babies in pushchairs with iPads or shit like that. And I'm sure I'm not the only one. It makes me more depressed knowing that that kid's gonna get depressed when the internet drops out or when they get demonetized. I'm just gonna say get killed on a fucking video game. You know, and to this day, kids nowadays are now going around with boomer shit. Where I guarantee most of them don't even know what boomer shit is. It's and there's some people saying, "Oh, boomers the equivalent of saying Nick." Niagara Falls. There we go. It doesn't. You know what I mean? It. And the thing is, I try so hard not to swear as much as possible, but it comes out of nowhere. So I'm not trying to make up excuses. I'm not trying to make people feel sorry for me. That's not the point of this stream. I don't want people to feel sorry for me. I don't want people thinking I'm attention seeker when I'm not. It's just that I wanted you guys to see the real me on how I actually feel every time I wake up. And the people that see me on video calls, on Discord, and even in VR chat, I'm a cheerful, happy bunny. And the people that I class as family have saw this probably coming. Because there has been a few moments on VR chat where I just wanted to go meh and just disappear. And and what I've done to them and what I did in VR chat, going to sleepy sleep 2 times in a row. When I mean sleepy sleep, I'm not actually like sleeping, like getting some rest. I mean, yeah, if you catch my drift. It caused more problems than it solved. So I got a feeling I need to, take a vacation and hopefully be a lot happier. It's just that I'm only in this flat complex till about September, and by then I'll be moving on somewhere else. But obviously, I don't want to leave it that long. I'm thinking I might take the rest of this month off or something. Probably pop onto VR chat now and then. That sort of thing, and actually get into a sleeping pattern and actually go to bed at a reasonable time. Because, most of my friends are abroad and, they're about 6 to 8 hours behind me. And I literally have to stay up to like 4 a.m. for me to catch all of them online. And obviously, it's going to take a toll on me. So, it's just one of those things I have to understand, saying, look, you can have friends abroad, but you got to look after yourself first and get yourself in order first. And also, what topped this all off is me losing a really good close friend over something stupid. Because we were friends for maybe 5 years. She was like a sister to me. And I could class her son as my own. But all because of me, not having my phone that worked at the time at 11 p.m. and that sort of stuff, and couldn't go to see her in hospital because she was really ill, and it is kind of my fault where and I lost my bus pass at the time, and to this day I just wish that I'd gone and got my phone repaired sooner than later. So me losing a close friend that I've had for basically 4 or 5 years, and classing her as a sister, has topped it all off with me. And I basically, So what I'm going to say is, basically, this is not what my great nan said or anything. It's basically what I'm going to say. Don't put technology before your friends. Always put your friends first. Because once your friends get turned off, they're off. If you kind of know what I mean. Unlike a Nintendo Switch and, a phone, a Xbox, you can turn them back on. Just put a screw here or replace that component and it'll work. But with a human, replacing components are not as simple as that. I basically have more confidence fixing the iPhone 11 screen with a toothpick and an earbud than doing some surgery on someone. I know the past cannot be changed, and the past I've have with what I did, losing also 40 of my friends. I wish I could go back and just slap myself in the face. But we'll soon find out, probably later on this year, if it was for nothing. If it was, then I'm going to pay a person a certain visit and have a cup of tea with them. Or coffee, depends what they drink. So, obviously I'm giving hints of something I used to do and stuff like that my family don't even know about. And, yeah, only a few people know what I did. And even some people I said I'm just making it up, just as an online thing, just so they don't, get in danger or, for the people I can't trust, basically. So, I know, I don't know what to do. I feel like ending the stream soon or something, but I could stream for a little bit longer. This is going to be my last stream and that, but I'm glad that you guys, I'm glad that you guys actually understand where I'm coming from with my mental state and everything like that. And what winds me up in the UK, and all I'm going to say is, I know I'm going to get a bit political, or whatever it's called, talk about politics basically on my channel, although I say in my rules down below that there'll be no discussion of that. But it is basically related to mental health. People are saying if the UK leaves the EU, which we have, but not till on paper we've left already, but it won't be initiated until March next year, that the money saved from the EU we're going towards the NHS. When I actually have documents and stuff like that on a server rack somewhere in my flat, that actually, no, the money is not going towards the NHS, which means mental health workers, support workers will be budget cut quite badly, and people like me and others will be left high and dry. Well, under the ocean and soaking wet. So, Twitch, by the way, it's not drugs, it's tobacco. Okay, it's tobacco Twitch. So that means if you're in the UK and you're one of my viewers and you're suffering with depression and that, if I was you, sooner the better, as soon as you can, try and get a support worker. Because sometime next year, when it's officially on paper and officially done, it's going to be a lot harder and it's going to cost a bit of money, I think. That's what I'm saying is. Hence why I've already made a phone calls and everything to try and get a mental health worker. And that also means I will have less money to do stuff. And I'm struggling for money quite badly. And no, I'm not saying I'm struggling financially over and over again, just trying to get someone to donate. That is not the thing. That is not what I'm trying to get at. Basically, another thing with me is that I end up repeating what I've already said. And I can't help that. So, as I was saying, as I'm struggling for money already, I'm thinking I might cancel my router internet provider for a couple of months and just use my mobile data, but my computer doesn't have a Wi-Fi card or Ethernet Wi-Fi card thing anyway, and it won't fit anyway because of the stupid graphics card. But if you guys, if I will do that, I'm more than happy to still talk on Discord by voice chat. I got 60 gigabytes of data to use a month, and now I'm struggling to even use 60 gig of data. I even download Netflix on my phone now, and download films in ultra high definition, even though my screen can't support it because it is this shitty Samsung Galaxy S5 bull crap. Just try and use up the data, because then my internet provider will think that I'm still using the data that I've paid for. So you just have to bear in mind that at first I thought I was alone, but you're never alone. The closest people that can actually help you are not always right next to you. Most of the time they are the most furthest people away from you. So closest and furthest means the same thing in my eyes. Because if you think about it, why drive everywhere in your country? Like in the UK. In the UK, everywhere's walking distance, on the mainland obviously. You can walk from London to Scotland if you wanted to. But yeah, everyone chooses to get a car. In America, you can walk from one side of America to the other, but yeah, everyone chooses to get a car. Try and save money where you can, and don't do what I do, and jump in with something like YouTube, Twitch, or I tried to start making fursuit heads, and I got the head base I brought online for 50 quid off eBay, although it was being sold for, like 15 quid. And it was going to be for a friend, and I just thought, put an offer in for buy it now, put an offer in for 50 quid, and I did. And I've never got round to it. I brought some body armour for my fursuit that I need to work on. Never got round to it. I've literally, brought some spray paint to do some spray paint on Nerf guns to do props for my fursuit. I've done one as a test hobby. Never got round to doing the actual thing. I guarantee in my flat I must have at least £1,000 to £2,000 worth of unfinished projects that I've brought to start doing something. Never even started it. I just can't finish a project. I just can't. I can't finish anything. Because I have to be in a certain mind frame, the way my brain works, for me to start doing something, even simple as just going around with the Hoover. I can just put the headphones down and start hoovering, but I can't. I have to be in a certain mindset to start doing things. This is why it's hard for me just to even function. It's like, yeah, I know I need to eat properly, but something as simple as going to the shops or even ordering online food, milk, stuff like that, I have to be in the right frame of mind to do it. And people say, oh, you're just making excuses, trying to make people feel sorry for you. I'm like, no. The reason you're saying that to me is because you probably don't understand people's mental health. Like, people that are overweight, they know they're overweight, but they're scared of trying to lose weight because they might get excess skin that have to then surgically get removed, or they're scared they're not going to complete losing the amount of task weight they wanted to. It's like, to me, I'm really skinny, but trust me, when I first moved in, my fridge and my freezer and my cupboards were full of food. Literally, loads of food. I can eat and eat and eat, and I cannot gain the weight. I've tried. But to me, I'd rather actually have a salad, a fruit salad or a veg salad, fruit and veg. I'd rather eat that than packs of crisps, than chocolate, than, fizzy drink. Yeah, I have cravings for like Pepsi or Coca-Cola, but instead of me just going to get one can for my, my craving, I would go and get a crate of 24 and then just sit there and binge drink them. And I don't want to do that anymore. I can say the same about smoking. I've tried for years to give up smoking. I'm proud of myself that I did give up smoking. And for some people, this may sound, oh, that's pathetic. I can do longer than that. But I managed to give up smoking for 5 weeks because I was vaping at the time. And I managed to do it. But then something happened in the family. Because the way I see it in my mind now, every time I try and quit smoking, a family member passes away. At first, tried to quit smoking, my great nan passed. Then I started smoking again. And then started to quit smoking, having a few fags now and then, and just stopped for like 2 weeks. Then my great granddad passed away. And now, I went round my nan's, this is going back, I think it was last year or the year before, and my nan had, in the UK, you have like those bands you put on your wrist, like you've been in hospital sort of thing. And I can't remember what the colour bands mean for what. So we went round my nan's, and I'm like, Nan, have you been to hospital? And my nan was about to say, yeah, but I looked over to my mum. My mum's like, it's like, wait, so you're not going to let Nan tell her grandkids why she was in hospital? You got to keep it a secret or something. So now I'm thinking, like, if I try and quit smoking now, I'm not going to lose my nan. And this is always in the back of my mind. No matter what I do or what I say, things will happen no matter what I do to try and prevent it. Hey, engineer. You probably joined on probably one of the worst streams ever to be on Twitch. Except I don't have my fucking tits out with a fucking gameplay about this big in the middle of the fucking screen. I know people say, just give up smoking. No one's going to die, but as it's happened twice in a row, I don't want to take that chance. I don't want to take that chance. And yes, smoking's not helping because smoking stops you from eating properly. Because it blocks the senses in your brain to like, oh, you're hungry. It stops all those senses. And also another thing about me trying to quit smoking, in my bedroom, I've got about 3 or 4 vapes. I've got some pen ones, I've got some modded ones so you can't take the batteries out, and I actually have some ones which takes marriage batteries with about 4 different tanks. I use them for a little while, and then I stop using them. And yet, I would still go buy coils if I want to use them, I haven't learned to manage money yet. And basically kids now, if any kids will watch these streams, or even on my YouTube, hi, this is probably seen this a few months ago, but yeah, hi. If a kid gets about £2 pocket money after school to go to the co-op or go to your local corner shop to get some sweeties after school, keep that £2. Don't even spend it. Because the earlier you learn to manage your money, the better. There's nothing wrong with that chair there. But except it hurts my back sometimes. Yeah, actually, to be honest, the only reason I got this gaming racing chair is because when I'm doing driving sims, I have poor blood circulation in my knees. And yes, it's because of smoking. I know. But, I could have just moved the driving rig up to the sofa, and do it there. But instead I brought this chair here for £120, which was it's £30 off. I brought it, didn't realise there were speakers in it, and now it's got speakers in, and now I realised my arse sometimes goes to sleep, and I still get the bad blood circulation in my legs. So instead of me actually going to see the doctor, which is free, I've spent £130 on this chair. It makes me more depressed knowing that looking around my flat, I have so many unfinished projects, not even started projects, and me just waking up and jumping straight on my PC, straight onto my technology. It makes me depressed knowing that I can't switch off from it. But when I went to Scotland with a few people, with Colton, basically that's where I met him, there was no phone signal, so I turned my phone off, left it in the van, and I was fine for the whole 7 days there. No technology. There was no running electric, no running, well, there was running water, but no hot water. And I was getting up at like 4 a.m., going to the woods part, get some wood, chop that up, put it in the old-fashioned oven, which takes wood to cook things on the oven and in the oven and heat up the cottage. And then all us kids, we normally go to bed late, get up late, but actually we were going to bed at like 5 p.m. and getting up at like 5 a.m. But then when we came back to Essex, basically, I got technology. I was using my phone. I was on Facebook, and you know, I'm one of those people. If I can't have any chance of using it, like if there's no electric, no Wi-Fi, no signal, and if it's actually in the middle of nowhere like Scotland, then I wouldn't even try and get it to work. But yeah, you could probably say, why don't you turn your router off and unplug your internet off in your computer and, you know, but then me knowing that I'm still getting internet, and even if I cancel my internet, knowing I can still use my computer, I can't switch off that way. It's just, I don't know. I'm just one of those people that get really depressed very quickly, and my mind starts playing tricks on me. Like, not tricks on me, but it shows the true side to me. So every time, before I even join the group chat on the Discord server on the Discord that I'm on with a few friends, before I join, or normally I'd say, "Oh, give me a sec." It's when I actually start getting to the mental stage of like, okay, happy, cheerful, laughy, having a laugh and all that sort of stuff. And then when the call ends, I'm like, I'm back to being the normal me of depressed. I wish I could, Yvonne. I just don't have the money. Because I can go and meet Pete up in Scotland, and I will happily go there. Back to that cottage. In the winter, summer, spring, I don't care. I would love to go back there. Well, I would just be myself, be one with nature. It's like when I watch documentaries of like the Victorian times or the old London times, like in like the 18s or like the 1920s. That's the sort of years I would love to go and live, where there's no technology. Now hospitals are pissing me off because for you to get your X-ray, they use an iPad now. But what happens if the internet goes down in the hospital? Sorry, mate, we can't see what's wrong with your ribs. I know you're coughing up blood, but according to this iPad, I can't see what's wrong yet. Hang on. Let me turn it on and off again. What's wrong with the old-fashioned way? You get an X-ray, put on that bit of plastic film thing. Oh, it's there. Oh, I see what's wrong with you. No technology like that. And when people say technology, they think of computers, iPhones, and VR. It's like the technology I'm on about, like the light bulb. You think about the light bulb? That's technology. Someone done like 1,000 experiments, 1,000 experiments and failed. And the 1,001 light bulb. That's technology. The blinds or your curtains on your windows, that's technology. The reason people get confused with the term technology is the word tech, which they think electronic. No, this cup, technology, is a form of technology that holds a fluid without it leaking out with an open top, easy to pour, good handle to hold on to. That's technology. It gets really annoying when people think they know more than you. And everyone's smart in their own way. Because when I volunteered at a special needs school when I was in high school, yeah, Thomas Edison, yeah. I volunteered at a special needs school when I was in high school for 2 years. And let's just say a random name. Let's say a kid called Frank. Um, they were about, 11, 12? And they knew a lot about the solar system. A lot. They knew exactly every planet, every pretty much asteroid, and they even knew other planets in other solar systems that even the teachers didn't even know of. So the teachers would search it up, and it proved they were right. So people that have special needs, I don't like using the term special needs because it It means like, oh, you got to treat them special. We got to speak to them like as if they're dumb, like some people do to me. It's like I can't understand technical terms, like long terms. Just speak to me in black and white. Like, okay, if you flick the switch, turns on the light. But you can't speak to me saying, oh, if you push the switch at a certain angle off the lever of the center of mass, and it's like, what? It's a switch. It turns on the light. Simple as. And yet, people thought I was special needs, when actually, everyone's different. You know. And this is why I'm going to take a break from YouTube and Twitch. Because my mental state, I cannot focus right. I cannot keep on track with things. I cannot function right. I need to start getting my eating habit done right. Actually have 3 meals a day. Breakfast, lunch and dinner. Maybe 4, have a snack before bed. For the last couple of weeks, I've been sleeping on my floor in the living room or on my sofa and that. And I also have a giant African land snail to look after as well. And, I haven't really been taking good care of her. At first, when I got her, I was taking good care of her. And now, to me, I feel like I should just give her away to someone. I can't look after her right. Because if I can't even look after her, I can't look after myself. Because like I said, I'm putting technology first. I'm putting YouTube and Twitch before my own mental and physical health. Because I want to make people laugh. I want to make people happy. At the cost of my own mental and physical health. It's one of those things where I try so hard to accomplish and achieve. And I'm happy that my Twitch and my YouTube channel have grown to where it is now. Yeah, it's not massive. I ain't got thousands of subs. I ain't got loads of followers. And, it's done a lot better than my other YouTube channel where they didn't have YouTube's algorithm back then. It was just, I promised a lot on my old channel saying, oh, I would do this, I would do that, I would do this, I would do that. And I never got around to do it. And maybe that's why my channel didn't grow. There's a lot of things I say I would do, because what I do, when I actually get something to work for the first time, I say, oh, now I can start doing this for people. And then go do it the second time, it don't work. And obviously I've said on a few Discord servers saying, oh, I can make VR chat worlds now, Quest and PC compatible, yay. If you want, I'll make you a custom home for VR chat, textures, posters, and I got it to work once. And then I updated the world to Quest, and now Quest and PC users cannot join it. So then I had to go back onto the servers and apologise, saying, look, it did work, but I just can't get it to work. This is why a lot of things have been going on, and my external hard drive had a power surge on a USB hub and it corrupted everything on there. Videos, images of my great nan and my great granddad and 40 friends that I lost to certain circumstances got corrupted and it was deleted because of a USB power surge. I tried so hard to get them back, but I couldn't. And also another thing, there's me, Senko, Pieces, the Tallers, and a few other people. We were working for about a year on a comic. I know Senko probably don't want me to mention this, but that project I do believe is now dead because people started slowly giving up. We had the storyline already planned for about 5 seasons on YouTube. It was going to be a voice acting one with drawings that we would draw ourselves. So if you guys know like the game Amorous, sort of things, we're kind of that sort of style base in a way. We had 5 seasons planned out, about 12 episodes each, to put it on YouTube. And then eventually the whole project fell apart. And it tears me apart knowing that something that was going to be good and great, that's never really been done before, is falling apart, and there's a lot of things that I wish I followed through in life, and I'm sure there's a lot of things you guys would have followed through in life. But when it all falls apart, it brings you down. It brings you down mentally and physically. Because when your mental health starts going, so does your physical health. Where you get really depressed when you don't feel like eating, so your physical health starts going down as well. When I first moved into my flat here, I used to weigh around about 90 kilograms, but now I weigh around about 52. I've lost a lot of weight since I moved in here, living on my own, doing all the stuff, paying bills and all of that. So I'm really underweight because I've spent most of the money I had on trying to upgrade my PC, buying VR games. Hopefully I could stream them or record them, and and stuff like that. And paying for the Minecraft servers that people wanted and never came back to. So I'm never going to be able to see that money again. And all because of my mental health, my weight's gone down, and so has my money. And this is what I'm thinking, if I stop doing Twitch and YouTube for a while, and stop playing games on the computer and the Xbox for a while, I could actually start getting my weight back up and not be a depressed piece of shit that I am now. Because, it's one of those things where you have to realise that YouTube and Twitch is just a hobby. My dream job was going to be doing YouTube or, work with programming and that. But it's just, well, I think I'm going to end this stream here. I'm sure I've bored you with enough stuff. I'm hoping to be on VR chat later on today for quite some time, and yeah, I'll probably still be on there now and then. So thank you for the people that have followed me on Twitch. Thank you very much. If you're watching this on YouTube, thanks for getting to the end of this much. Thanks, I guess. I still try and be active on Discord, but obviously not as much as possible. And that, and yeah, what I'm gonna do is end the stream now and probably do a bit of meditation for a little while and try and connect to the world where I feel welcome, basically. I could probably talk about that when I next come back to Twitch or YouTube, about the world that I can connect to. So I hope it does work out for me. So thank you ever so much for joining my stream and everything. So yeah, oh no, that's the wrong one. That's the one. So yeah, thank you ever so much for watching, and I shall catch you later. Goodbye. Love you all.